My kings and my queens of the divine race, peace and blessings. I'm Geetan. Have you ever felt a small, quiet nudge? A gentle pull toward something you couldn't quite explain. It is not a loud command. It is not a booming voice from the clouds. It is more like a whisper in the wind, a quiet thought that appears in a moment of stillness. Maybe it comes when you are washing dishes. Maybe it comes when you are walking the dog. Maybe it comes when you are sitting in your car waiting for a traffic light to change. It is a feeling that there might be something more. Something prepared just for you. This feeling is a quiet invitation, a gentle knock on the door of your heart, asking if you are ready to listen. This little nudge is easy to ignore. Our days are so full of noise and hurry. The phone rings, the television blares. The list of things to do grows longer and longer. In the middle of all this busyness, a quiet whisper can get lost. We might dismiss it as a random thought. We might dismiss it as a silly daydream. We might tell ourselves we are too busy to pay attention to such small feelings. But what if that gentle pull is not random at all? What if it is the first sign of a path that has been laid out just for you, waiting for you to notice it and take the first step? Imagine for a moment that your life is not just a series of random events. Picture that every twist and turn has a purpose. Consider the idea that someone who loves you very much has already thought about your journey. He has prepared good things for you. He has placed signposts along the way. These signs are not always big and obvious. Sometimes they are as simple as a kind word from a stranger. Sometimes they are a sudden sense of peace. Sometimes they are an unexpected opportunity that feels just right. Learning to see these signs is like learning a new language, the quiet language of God's love for you. This essay is an invitation to slow down. It is a chance to pause the noise and listen for that gentle knock. We will explore together what it means to find the path that God has already planned. We will not look for loud miracles or dramatic signs. Instead, we will learn to notice the quiet wonders that are already all around us. We will learn how to open our hearts to the gentle guidance that is always there. This journey is not about striving harder or doing more. It is about becoming still enough to see what has been prepared for you all along. Think about a master carpenter. Before he ever picks up a piece of wood, he has a plan in his mind. He sees the finished chair. He sees the sturdy table. He sees the beautiful cabinet. He knows every joint. He knows every curve. He knows every measurement before the first cut is made. The wood does not know what it will become. It just sits there, waiting. The carpenter sees its potential. He has a blueprint, a design that will turn that simple piece of lumber into something wonderful and useful. He works with care and intention, following a plan that existed long before the work began. In a similar way, God is the master carpenter of our lives. Before we were even born, He had a beautiful plan for us. He saw what we could become. He designed a life for us that is full of purpose and meaning. This plan is not a rigid set of rules that we must follow perfectly. It is more like a custom blueprint designed specifically for our unique gifts. It is designed for our passions. It is designed for our hearts. He knows the person He created you to be. He has prepared a way for you to grow into that person. A path filled with good works that He prepared in advance for you to do. But we often feel like that simple piece of wood on the workbench. We cannot see the blueprint. We do not know the final design. We only see our own imperfections, knots. We see our rough edges. We might feel lost or directionless, wondering what our purpose is. We try to build our own lives, grabbing different tools and trying to piece things together on our own. Sometimes our efforts lead to frustration and confusion. We might build something that looks fine on the outside but feels empty on the inside. We are trying to build without the Master's plan. The secret is not to try harder, but to trust the carpenter. The quiet work is to learn to surrender our own frantic building and ask to see His blueprint. This does not happen all at once. It happens in small moments of trust. It is found in the willingness to believe that a loving Creator has a good and beautiful design for your life. It is about learning to rest in the knowledge that you are in the hands of a craftsman who knows exactly what he is doing. He sees the finished masterpiece even when all you can see is a rough plank of wood. The Bible gives us a wonderful promise. It is found in the book of Ephesians. It says, "For we are God's handiwork, created in Christ Jesus to do good works, which God prepared in advance for us to do." Read those words again, slowly. God prepared good works for you to do. He prepared them in advance. This means that before you even woke up this morning, God had already laid out opportunities, goodness, kindness, purpose. Your path is not an accident. Your life is not a mistake. There is a pre-paved road of purpose waiting for you. This promise can be hard to believe sometimes, can't it? We look at our lives and see messes, mistakes. We remember the times we have failed. We feel the weight of our weaknesses. We think, how could God have a plan for someone like me? We might feel too ordinary, too broken, or too lost. The noise of our own self-doubt can be very loud. It can drown out the quiet truth of God's promise. We compare our journey to others and feel like we are falling behind. We start to believe the lie that we have to create our own purpose from scratch. But God's promise is not just for perfect people. In fact, it is especially for those of us who know we are not perfect. The weary, the confused, the broken-hearted. God does not wait for us to have it all together before He invites us onto His path. He meets us right where we are, in the middle of our mess. His plan is not about our ability to be perfect. It is about His ability to make something beautiful out of our imperfect lives. The good works He has prepared are not a test to pass, but a gift to receive. So, the journey we are about to take is a journey of discovery. It is about learning to see the promise that is hidden in plain sight. It is about training our eyes and our hearts to notice the good works that are already there. A chance to encourage a friend. An opportunity to be patient with a family member. A moment to show kindness to a stranger. They are the small steps on the path God has prepared. Our task is simply to open our eyes, see the next step, and take it in faith, trusting the one who prepared the way. So where do we begin? This journey does not start with a giant leap of faith. It starts with a single small step. It begins with a simple choice to be quiet, just for a few moments each day. The world tells us to go faster, to do more, to shout louder. But God's invitation is often the opposite. He invites us to be still, to find a quiet corner and simply breathe. In the silence, we create a space to hear the gentle whisper we have been missing. We make room for our hearts to notice the quiet nudges and the small signs. Imagine your mind is like a glass of water filled with dirt. If you keep shaking it, the water stays cloudy and you cannot see through it. But if you set the glass down and let it be still, the dirt slowly settles to the bottom. The water becomes clear. Our minds are often like that shaken glass of water, full of worries, to-do lists and noise. When we choose to be still, even for a minute or two, we allow the dirt to settle. We create clarity. In that clarity, we can begin to see what God is showing us. This is the first practical step. This does not have to be complicated. You do not need a special room or a long formal prayer. You can start today. Find 1 minute. Maybe it is before you get out of bed in the morning, or perhaps in your car after you park at work. Close your eyes, take a slow, deep breath in, and then let it out. As you breathe, simply say to God, "Show me the next step. Help me see what you have prepared for me today." That is it. It is a simple prayer, a quiet opening of your heart to His plan. This small act of stillness is the beginning of a new way of living. It is the first step on a quiet path of discovery. Over the next few sections, we will explore this path together. We will look at the things that block our view, like noise doubt. We will learn simple habits to help us listen more closely. We will talk about how to move from seeing the path to walking on it with trust. It is not a race. It is a slow, gentle walk with a loving guide. The invitation is open. Will you take the first quiet step with me? Our world is a very noisy place. From the moment we wake up, the sounds begin. The alarm clock buzzes. The news on the radio reports on problems from far away. Our phones light up with messages, emails, notifications. Each one calls for our attention. Each one seems important. We move through our day surrounded by the sounds of traffic, conversations, machines. The constant flow of information and noise fills every available space in our minds. It leaves very little room for quiet. It leaves very little room for listening to a gentle voice. This constant noise is one of the biggest reasons we miss what God has prepared for us. His voice is rarely the loudest one in the room. He does not shout over the television or compete with the endless scroll of social media. His guidance is a whisper, a gentle nudge, a quiet sense of peace. When our lives are filled to the brim with noise, we cannot hear the whisper. It is like trying to hear a pin drop in the middle of a rock concert. The gentle sound is there, but the louder sounds completely overwhelm it, making it impossible to notice. We have become so used to this noise that we sometimes feel uncomfortable without it. Have you ever noticed how you might turn on the radio as soon as you get in the car, or switch on the television the moment you walk into an empty house? Silence can feel strange, even empty. We have trained ourselves to seek distraction, to fill every quiet moment with some kind of input. This habit, though it seems harmless, creates a barrier. It keeps us from the stillness where God often speaks. It keeps us from seeing the path He has laid out. So, our first task in learning to see what is already there is to recognize the problem of noise. We must become aware of how much of our day is filled with sounds that are not essential. We do not have to move to a quiet monastery on a mountaintop, but we can begin to carve out small pockets of silence in our everyday lives. It is in these intentional moments of quiet that we give our hearts a chance to hear. We create a space where the gentle whisper of God is no longer drowned out by the clamor of the world around us. Many of us expect God's guidance to be dramatic. We look for a burning bush. We look for a voice from heaven. We look for a sign so obvious that we cannot possibly miss it. We read Bible stories about big, powerful miracles. We assume God must work like that always. So we wait for a shout. We wait for a grand, undeniable event to show us the way. When that does not happen, we might feel lost or forgotten. We might think God is not speaking to us at all. We might conclude there is no plan for us to follow. But God's ways are often much quieter and more subtle than we expect. Think of the prophet Elijah. He was hiding in a cave, feeling defeated and alone. He was waiting for a word from the Lord. A powerful wind shattered the rocks. But God was not in the wind. Then there was an earthquake, but God was not in the earthquake. After that came a fire, but God was not in the fire. After the fire, there was the sound of a gentle whisper. In that quiet, gentle sound, God spoke to Elijah and gave him his next instructions. This story teaches a simple lesson. We often look for God in the earthquake and the fire. We look for the big, loud, powerful signs. But more often he is found in the gentle whisper. The path he has prepared is not usually revealed through a dramatic announcement. It is revealed through small nudges. It is revealed through quiet thoughts. It is revealed through gentle feelings. It is the unexpected sense of peace when you consider a certain choice. It is the quiet inner knowing that you should call a friend who has been on your mind. Therefore, we need to adjust our expectations. Stop looking only for shouts. Start listening for whispers. This requires a change in posture. Instead of standing on our tiptoes, scanning the horizon for a thunderbolt, bow your head and quiet your heart. Train your spiritual ears to become sensitive to the softest sounds. The guidance is there. The path is prepared, but it is revealed to those willing to listen for a voice as gentle and as quiet as a whisper on the wind. Another reason we miss God's prepared path is that we are too busy following our own. We all have plans, don't we? We have ideas about how our lives should look. We have goals for our careers. We have goals for our families. We have goals for our futures. We create detailed maps for ourselves, marking out the route we intend to take. These plans are not necessarily bad. Ambition, forethought, they help us to be responsible. They help us to work hard. The problem comes when our own plans become so important that we are not open to any other possibility. When we hold on to our own blueprints too tightly, we can become blind to the one God has designed. We might be so focused on climbing a certain career ladder that we miss the opportunity He has prepared for us in a different field. We may be so determined to live in a particular city that we fail to see the community and purpose waiting for us somewhere else. Our own detailed plans can act like blinders on a horse. They keep us looking straight ahead on the path we have chosen, preventing us from seeing the beautiful, winding road God is inviting us to take. Think of it like this. Imagine you are driving using a map you drew yourself. You are convinced your route is the best one. Along the way, you see road signs pointing to a scenic detour. The signs promise a better view and a smoother road, but you ignore them. You are committed to your own map. You end up stuck in traffic, frustrated and tired, while the better path was available to you the whole time. This is what happens when we cling to our own plans so fiercely that we ignore the signs God places in our lives. The solution is not to stop making plans altogether. It is to hold our plans with an open hand. It is to cultivate a heart that is willing to be redirected. It means learning to pray, God, this is my plan, but I trust your plan more. If you have a different way for me, please show me. I am willing to let go of my map and follow yours. This posture of surrender is not a sign of weakness. It is a profound act of faith. It creates the space for God to interrupt our agendas with His divine appointments and lead us onto the path He has already prepared. I remember walking in a forest near my home a few years ago. I had walked the main trail many times. It was wide, well marked, and easy to follow. I knew exactly where it went and how long it would take. One day, as I was walking, I noticed something I had never seen before. Tucked away behind some overgrown bushes was a small, narrow opening. It looked like the beginning of a path, but it was almost completely hidden. It was clear that very few people had used it. It was a forgotten path, quiet and mysterious. My first thought was to ignore it and stick to the familiar trail. The main path was safe. It was predictable. This new path was unknown. I did not know where it would lead, how difficult it might be, or if it was even a real path at all. All my instincts for safety and efficiency told me to keep going on the wide road. It was the sensible thing to do. Yet a quiet curiosity pulled at me. A gentle nudge in my spirit seemed to say, "Just see where it goes." It was not a loud command, just a quiet invitation. After a moment of hesitation, I decided to take a chance. I pushed aside the branches and stepped onto the forgotten path. The walk was different. It was quieter. I had to pay more attention to where I was stepping. The path twisted and turned in unexpected ways. But as I continued, I started to see beautiful things I had never seen from the main trail. There was a small hidden waterfall, a field of wildflowers I didn't know existed, and a clearing that offered a stunning view of the valley below. It was a place of quiet beauty. This experience taught me a powerful lesson about God's prepared way. So often, we are comfortable on the main trail of life. We follow the paths that everyone else takes, the ones that seem safe and predictable. We are afraid to explore the forgotten paths, the quiet nudges that point us toward something unknown. But it is often on these less traveled roads that God has hidden His most beautiful treasures for us. His prepared path may not be the most popular or the most obvious one. It may require a little more trust and a willingness to step into the unknown. Even when we feel a quiet nudge or see the beginning of a new path a powerful barrier can rise up to stop us, the barrier of doubt. As soon as we consider stepping into something new, a chorus of worried voices can begin in our minds. Are you sure about this? What if you're wrong? What if you fail? You're not qualified for that. It's too risky. You should stick with what you know. These voices of doubt can be so loud and so convincing that they paralyze us. They make us afraid to take even a single step forward. Doubt often disguises itself as wisdom or practicality. It tells us we are just being sensible. It points to all our past mistakes as evidence that we cannot be trusted. It makes us question whether the gentle nudge we felt was really from God or just our own wishful thinking. Doubt is like a thick fog that rolls in and obscures our vision. We might have seen the path clearly for a moment, but doubt makes it impossible to see the next step. It fills us with fear and uncertainty, causing us to retreat back to what feels safe and familiar. This is a common experience for everyone. Even the greatest figures in the Bible struggled with doubt. Moses doubted he could lead the people. Gideon doubted he could be a warrior. Peter doubted he could walk on water even as Jesus was calling him. Doubt is not a sign that you are a bad person or that you lack faith. It is a part of the human condition. The important thing is not whether we experience doubt, but what we do with it. Do we allow it to be the final word, or do we find a way to move forward in spite of it? The first step in overcoming the distraction of doubt is simply to name it. When those fearful thoughts arise, we can say to ourselves, "This is doubt. This is fear talking." By identifying the voice, we rob it of some of its power. We can see it for what it is. Not an absolute truth, but a feeling of uncertainty. We can then choose to turn our attention away from the loud voice of doubt and listen again for the quiet whisper of God's promise. We can ask Him for the courage to take just one small step, even while the fog of doubt is still swirling around our feet. Learning to see what God has already prepared is not a complicated spiritual mystery. It is a simple, practical skill. It is the practice of noticing. Most of the time, we walk through our days in a state of mild distraction. We are thinking about the next thing on our to-do list. We are replaying a conversation from yesterday. We are worrying about something tomorrow. We are physically present, but our minds are somewhere else entirely. Because of this, we miss the small things. We miss the beautiful things. We miss the meaningful things. The practice of noticing is the choice to bring your attention back to the present moment. It is the decision to see what is actually here, right now. It is about waking up to your own life. When you're drinking your morning coffee, you can choose to actually taste it. Notice its warmth. Notice its aroma. When you're talking with a friend, choose to truly listen, not just wait for your turn to speak. Notice the expression on their face. Notice the tone of their voice. When you walk outside, notice the color of the sky. Notice the shape of the clouds. Notice the feeling of the air on your skin. This simple act of paying attention does something wonderful to our hearts. It slows us down. It pulls us out of the anxious chatter in our heads. It grounds us in reality. In this grounded, present reality, we are most likely to see God's hand at work. God's prepared works are not usually found in our daydreams about the future, nor in our regrets about the past. They are woven into the fabric of our present moment. A person who needs a kind word is right in front of us. An opportunity for patience is in the current situation. You can begin this practice today. Choose one small activity. Maybe it is washing the dishes. As you stand at the sink, decide to pay full attention. Notice the feeling of the warm water on your hands. Notice the scent of the soap. Notice the way the light reflects off the bubbles. Do not rush, just be there. This is not about making dishwashing a holy event. It is about training your mind to be present. The more you practice noticing the small details of your life, the more you will begin to notice the quiet nudges. The more you will notice the gentle signs that God has placed along your path. We often separate our lives into two categories, the spiritual and the ordinary. Spiritual things are prayer, reading the Bible, and going to church. Ordinary things are going to work, doing laundry, and buying groceries. We tend to think that we meet God in the spiritual box, while the ordinary box is just something we have to get through on our own. This way of thinking causes us to miss God's presence in the vast majority of our lives. We look for Him on Sunday mornings, but we don't expect to see Him in the office on a Tuesday afternoon. But God does not live in a box. He is present in every moment and every corner of our existence. The path He has prepared for us is not separate from our daily lives. It is woven directly into them. The good works He prepared for us to do are often disguised as ordinary tasks. The opportunity to show integrity is found in your daily work. The chance to be patient is found in a long line at the supermarket. The moment to offer grace is found in a frustrating conversation with a family member. God is at work in the middle of the mundane. The great challenge is to learn to see the sacred within the ordinary. It is to understand that our daily work can be an act of worship. Our daily interactions can be divine appointments. A wonderful example of this is a monk from centuries ago named Brother Lawrence. He was assigned to work in the monastery kitchen. He was not a preacher or a scholar. He washed pots and pans, yet he learned to experience the presence of God so profoundly in his work that he felt no different in the noisy kitchen than he did during formal prayer. He practiced the presence of God in the middle of his ordinary tasks. We can learn from his example. We can begin to look for God's hand in the simple, everyday moments of our lives. As you go about your day, you can ask a quiet question. God, where are you in this moment? What good work have you prepared for me right here? This question shifts our perspective. It turns a boring meeting into a chance to listen with love. It transforms a difficult commute into a time for prayer. It helps us see that the path God has prepared is not a distant future destination. It is the very ground we are standing on right now. In our fast-paced world, we want everything instantly. We want fast food. We want high-speed internet. We want immediate answers. We have grown accustomed to instant gratification. This desire for speed carries into our spiritual lives. We ask God for guidance and expect an answer the same day. When the answer doesn't come quickly, we get frustrated. We might think God isn't listening or we've done something wrong. Impatience becomes an obstacle to seeing His prepared path. God's timing is different from ours. His plans unfold slowly. His plans unfold carefully. His plans unfold purposefully, like a flower blooming one petal at a time. He is never in a hurry. He values our growth and character more than quick results. Often, waiting is part of the plan. In the waiting, He teaches us trust. In the quiet seasons, He strengthens our faith. In uncertain moments, we learn to depend on Him. Think of a farmer. He plants a seed and doesn't dig it up every day. He trusts the process. He knows growth takes time. He waters the soil. He waits. He watches patiently. You cannot rush a harvest. So we must be patient farmers in our spiritual lives. Asking God is planting a seed. Then we wait with trust, knowing things grow beneath the surface. Patience is not passive waiting. It is active trust. It is choosing to believe God is at work in the silence. It is resisting the urge to run ahead. While waiting, continue simple practices. Practice noticing. Listen for whispers. Look for God in ordinary moments. Patience creates a quiet, stable heart. A quiet heart sees God's subtle movements. The path will be revealed in His perfect time. Section 11. A heart ready to receive. After all this work of tending the soil, our inner garden is ready. The weeds of unforgiveness have been pulled. The ground has been softened by the rain of grace. Seeds of gratitude have been planted. The heart has been warmed by the sunshine of quiet prayer and has learned to listen. It has practiced surrender and found rest in the stillness. It has begun to align its desires with God's and has learned to trust the compass of inner peace. The heart is now in a posture of readiness. It is a heart that is aligned and prepared to receive. This readiness is not a state of perfection. It is a state of openness. It is a humble and expectant posture that says, I am here, Lord. I am ready. I am listening. My heart is open to whatever you have for me. It is the posture of Mary, the mother of Jesus, when the angel appeared to her with an unbelievable plan. Her response was one of beautiful, simple trust. I am the Lord's servant. May your word to me be fulfilled. She did not understand everything. She must have had questions and fears, but her heart was ready to receive God's plan. An aligned heart is like an empty cup held up to heaven. It is not trying to fill itself. It is not demanding a certain outcome. It is simply waiting to be filled. It trusts that the one who is doing the filling knows exactly what is needed. This posture of receptivity is the culmination of all our quiet work. It is the result of choosing to believe that God is good and that His plans are for our welfare. It is the place where our striving ceases and our trusting begins. An aligned heart is a peaceful heart. This is the goal of this act of our journey. It is to bring our hearts to this place of quiet readiness. From this place, we are finally prepared to move from seeing the path to actually walking on it. The fear of the unknown begins to fade, replaced by a quiet trust in our guide. The need to have all the answers is replaced by the willingness to take the next simple step. With our hearts aligned with His, we are ready for the next great adventure. The adventure of walking step by step into the good works that God has prepared for us in advance. Section 1. From seeing to stepping. We have come a long way on our quiet journey. We have learned to quiet the noise of the world so we can listen for God's whispers. We have practiced noticing His hand in the ordinary moments of our lives. We have tended the garden of our hearts, preparing the soil to be receptive to His will. We have aligned our hearts. Now we can begin to see the outlines of the path He has prepared. We feel the gentle nudges. We have a sense of inner peace about a certain direction. We can see the next step. But seeing the step and taking the step are two very different things. This is the moment of truth. It is the point where faith moves from a feeling in our heart to an action with our feet. It is easy to sit in a quiet room and feel peaceful about God's plan. It is another thing entirely to stand up, open the door, and walk out into the world to do what He is asking. This transition from seeing to stepping can be the most difficult part of the journey. It is where our trust is truly tested. It is where we find out if we believe what we say we believe, that God is good and His plan is trustworthy. Imagine you are standing on the bank of a river. You have been studying the other side for a long time. You can see that it is a beautiful place. You feel in your heart that you are meant to be over there. God has even shown you the first stepping stone in the water. It is solid and seems close enough to reach. All your preparation has led you to this moment. But now, you must lift your foot from the solid ground you know and place it onto that first stone. This is the moment of action, the moment of walking in trust. This part of our journey is all about that step. It is about how we move from the internal work of alignment to the external work of obedience. We will talk about the fears that hold us back. We will discuss what happens when we stumble or fall. We will explore how to keep going when the path is long and we feel tired. This is where the adventure truly begins. It is the beautiful, challenging, and rewarding process of not just seeing God's prepared path, but actually walking on it, one trusting step at a time. Up to this point, our journey has been a very personal and inward one. Up to this point, our journey has been a very personal and inward one. We have learned to quiet our hearts, to listen for God's whispers, and to take steps of trust. It can be easy to think that this walk of faith is a solo journey, a path that we must travel all by ourselves. We might feel that our relationship with God is a private matter, just between us and Him. While the personal relationship is essential, God never intended for us to live out our faith in isolation. He created us for connection. He designed us to walk the path together, in community. Think about a single ember taken from a fire. On its own, its glow quickly fades. It grows cold and dark. But when that ember is placed back in the fire with all the other coals, it burns brightly once again. Its heat joins with the others, creating a strong and lasting flame. Our faith is much like that ember. When we try to sustain it all by ourselves, it can easily grow cold. We can become discouraged and lose our way. But when we are part of a community of other believers, our faith is strengthened. We share our light and warmth, and together we burn more brightly for God. The path that God has prepared for you is intertwined with the paths He has prepared for others. The good works He has for you to do will almost always involve other people. You are part of a larger story, a grand tapestry that God is weaving. Your thread is important, but it is meant to be woven together with countless other threads to create a beautiful design. Trying to walk your path alone is like a single thread. Trying to be a whole tapestry It misses the point of the beautiful, interconnected plan God has for His people. In this next act of our journey, we will explore the vital role of community and grace. We will see how God uses other people to help us see His plan and to give us the strength to walk it. We will discuss the importance of mentors, the gift of a faith community, and the beauty of both receiving and offering help. This is where our quiet, personal journey opens up and connects with the journeys of others. It is where we discover the profound truth that we were never meant to walk this path alone. As we part ways, I want to leave you with a blessing. This is not a magic formula, but a prayer of hope for your journey, for the long and beautiful path that God has prepared just for you. It is a prayer that you would carry the quiet truths we have discovered together in your heart, not as a list of rules to follow, but as a source of peace and encouragement for the road ahead. May you find the grace to walk this path with a steady heart and a joyful spirit, one simple step at a time, held securely in the love of your ever-present guide. May you learn to love the silence, to find in it not an emptiness to be filled, but a space to meet with God. May your ears become attuned to the gentle whisper of His voice, and may you have the courage to trust it more than the loud demands of the world. May you see your ordinary life with new eyes, finding moments of wonder and signs of His presence in the most unexpected places. May your heart become a well-tended garden, soft and receptive, where seeds of gratitude, peace, and love grow in abundance. And may the compass of His peace always guide your way. When you are afraid, may you remember the loving face of your Father, and may your trust in Him be greater than your fear. When you stumble, may you run to His grace instead of hiding in shame, and may you feel His gentle hands lifting you up again. When you are weary, may you find strength in the community of fellow travelers He has placed around you, and may you know the deep joy of receiving grace, giving grace. May you never despise the day of small things, but find purpose and delight in the small, faithful steps that make up a life of great faith. And so, my friend, go in peace, walk in trust, live in grace. The path is prepared, the guide is with you, the good works are waiting for you. You are God's beloved handiwork, a masterpiece in the making. May you walk confidently and joyfully into the beautiful story He has written for you, knowing that the one who has planned your journey is the same one who will faithfully walk with you to its glorious completion. Amen.